my other classes because since I'm in the atmosphere of a classroom, it makes me like I'll be working and I'll think I'll know something that the professor is teaching, but then I'm like, what if I'm not really understanding what he's saying because clearly I didn't understand what I learned in my biology class when I thought I did.
Well, it sounds like this failing of class has made you a little bit insecure about your your ability as a student.
It has, yes.
Before this class, how did you feel about your ability as a student? You felt like you were a good student and didn't have too much trouble with class, or?
I thought I was a good student before. I mean, in high school, I got A's and B's, and I've gotten A's and B's in college. I think I've gotten 3 C's in my college career, but that's like 3 C's out of almost 3 years of college. So that would be 6 semester worth of courses, and I've only received 3 C's.
Well, it sounds like to me that you're here in this counseling session because you've only failed one class, and if anything, I think that should be fantastic for you that you've done this much without having any problem like that. So,
Okay.
I think you're definitely a good student, and I think you're doing a good job. Of course, this is a very difficult time because it's a hit that you're not used to, but I think that once you manage your stress a little bit better, focus a little bit more on trying to basically just get your GPA and your scholarship together, make sure that's fine. If we make sure those are fine, then I think you'll be fine.
Okay. Well, thank you. That makes me feel a little better.
That's good to hear. Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
I don't think so. I think that's it for now.
Alright, fantastic.
Alright, thank you. I don't really, I've learned to take deep breaths and, I know, doing yoga or, working out can help, release those, whatever it's called when you get stressed. But those are the only 2 I've heard of. And, but the thing is, my schedule is so busy, so I don't always have time to go to the gym. But those are the only 2 I've really heard of.
Right. Well, there's others where you can just try and take yourself out of your thought process, just trying to notice when the thought cycle is happening and then trying to actively just not follow it. Try and notice what stressors there are and just try your best not to focus on it, basically.
Okay.
To just relax yourself and turn your head to somewhere more peaceful, more relaxed during those situations.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely try to do that. I guess it's just, I don't know how to handle it when it's always going to be on the back of my mind. And so, I can try to, and for a couple minutes, I can, step out of my thought process and be like, it is what it is. I can't let it consume me. But then I just worry about graduating on time, and I don't like disappointing my parents, and that's what makes me anxious and just stressed.
Right, and then that whole cycle begins again.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I'm trying to remember what do you feel like do you feel like you experience any of the stressors, anything sets off the whole thought process?
I think so. I'm just kind of I've heard about grade forgiveness, but I don't know a lot about it.
I actually don't know too much about it myself, but it sounds like it would definitely be something worth more researching. That's actually something you can probably have or accomplish by our next session. So that's definitely one thing we can get accomplished. Is there anything else you feel like you can get accomplished to kind of handle this whole mess? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know it must be hard and different for you.
Yeah. Well, I think one of my goals could be to I would first need to figure out if they'd be offering the biology course I took over this summer. And I also think I would just need to make sure that everything would be settled with my scholarship. And I guess I'm just nervous that if I don't, what if they don't offer my class over this summer? I don't know what I'd do.
Right. I can definitely tell. I feel like there's a little bit of anxiety about this whole thing, which it makes sense considering how different this is. Have you noticed there's been a high level of anxiety or stress lately?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to focus in my other classes because my mind is always on this, and I'm just stressed out, and I want to make sure that I do well in the other classes I'm in right now, but just knowing that I failed another class is consuming my thoughts a lot.
Right. It's very easy for these thought cycles to just kind of get stuck in them and be unable to get out of it. Are you familiar, or are you using any stress management techniques?
I don't. Yeah, before.
It shows that you're really brave and that your relationship with them is really strong. So I think you should be proud of yourself for that. So, how have you been handling it? After failing the class, how has it been affecting you? Has it been any problem with you?
Well, it's something that's always on my mind, and I have the Life Scholarship for South Carolina, and in order to keep it, you have to have a total of 30 credit hours completed by the end of the semester, or by the end of the school year. And I think that includes summer classes, but since I failed this class, I don't know if I can take it in the summer, if it would be offered, and if I'd lose my scholarship. So that's really been stressing me out too.
Actually, that's how I know about the scholarship. I failed a class and had to take a summer class. I was able to keep my scholarship, but that was because I had got an A in the class that I was taking over the summer, and it was enough to bring my GPA and hours up to what it needed.
Okay.
So if you do take it during the time off, then or during the summer hour, then you can definitely get your scholarship back and keep it there.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. And one of my friends was telling me there's something called grade forgiveness. And I think you can use it once or twice in your college career. And I haven't used it before, but I don't really know much about it. So.
Is it going okay?
Yeah. Okay. Did you pause it?
Sorry, I wasn't. Okay, sorry.
Hi, this is Michael Lynch for the recording of video 3.
And I'm Kelsey, the client, and I'm going to be talking about how I failed the class.
Okay.
Alright, so hi there. What brings you in today?
Well, I'm really stressed out because I have always been a pretty good student, and this semester in college, I failed a class.
Oh, how has that been for you?
It's been really difficult because I've never failed a class before, and it's just I hate, the worst thing is disappointing my parents, and I just feel like I've really disappointed them, and I really tried to do what I could to pass the class, but it was just really hard, and I didn't have a good relationship with the professor.
Right. What class was it?
It was a biology class, and science is not my thing.
Yeah, I definitely can see those classes being really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering, do your parents know about the class yet?
They did, because I'm very open with my parents. I have a good relationship with them, and I told them, but it was very hard. I got a little emotional when I told them about it, because I just knew they were gonna be upset.
Right. Well, so how often have you failed classes? Have you ever really failed a class before?
This is my first time.
Oh, this must be very new for you.
Yes.
I can imagine that's really distressing. I failed one class my whole time going through college. I didn't know how I could face my parents, but after it. But the fact that you have that open relationship and you could tell your parents, it shows you're really brave.